Tone, put that big-ass size 13 on and kick it for the homies.
Kids, I'm in for tricks, Ace. He's the #1 bet dick. No need for a fireman. When your cat's up a tree, he's the one that you hire, man. Known to bring her back alive if your cat scratch or if your turkey got jive. A little local with cabeza, but still got charm. Brought her back to old McDonald's farm. So hey, diddle, it's late in the park. Chasing more pets than no on his arm. No need for a painter, numbers get deleted. Ace on the case and the job is completed. Simple assignment when I start rhyming. Always tell the truth so you know I'm not lying. Down with the ladies as a lover, undercover. Yo, tell him where he's at, my brother.
Yo, Ace in the house. Yo, Ace in the house.
Yo, tell him where Ace is at.
Yo, Ace in the house.
I don't believe he heard you.
Yo, Ace in the house.
Is he all up in the head?
Yo, Ace in the house. Yo, Ace in the house. Yo, Ace in the house. Yo, Ace in the house.
Well, if Ace is in the house, so must be low. Blowing up like a cloud of smoke. Checking all of his bitches at home. But I'm the dog with the biggest bone. I grip the mic like flyers, no one flyer. Yo, Ace is for hire. A floor room showpiece. Solvable crime to the hot damn police. Trying to do it legal. Looking for a dolphin beating on an eagle. Nothing ever planned. Remember, Ace got the face of a helpful detective, man. Crazy like Harpo. Busted out windows in his Monte Carlo. Loud clothes, black boots, Dutch style hair. No time for a suit. But I don't give a damn if he's way out. Yo, tell him who's in the house.
Yo, Ace in the house.
I don't believe they heard ya.
Yo, Ace in the house.
Yo, tell him one more time.
Yo, Ace in the house.
Tell him who's in the house.
Yo, Ace in the house.
I don't believe they heard ya.
Yo, Ace in the house.
Is he running things?
Yo, Ace in the house.
Is he doing things?
Yo, Ace in the house.
I need to know.
Yo, Ace in the house.
Don't worry, ma'am. Ace will find your pussy. Cat, that is.
You know, Ace, I was checking you out and everything, and I have to admit, you are the best pet detective there is. Although you are the only pet detective there is, you're still #1. I got to go. My zebra's double parked outside. Peace to the West Side Tribe. Tell them who's in the house.
Ace in the house. I said Ace in the house. I said Ace in the house. I said Ace in the house.
Yo, Ace in the house. Yo, Ace in the house. Yo, Ace in the house. Yo, Ace in the house. Yo, Ace in the house. Yo, Ace in the house. Yo, Ace in the house. Yo, Ace in the house.
They faced incredible odds and unbeatable enemies to earn the name hero. But now there's a new way to spell action. Jim Carrey is Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. He's the best there is.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Head detective.
Actually, he's the only one there is.
You really love animals, don't you?
If it gets cold enough.
Now, the mascot of the Miami Dolphins has been kidnapped,
Oh, righty then.
and he's on the case of a lifetime.
Listen, pet dick, how would you like me to make your life a living hell?
Well, I'm not really ready for a relationship, Lois.
There's no place he won't go.
Captain's log, stardate 23.9.
Ace, get out of the tank.
I just can't do it, Captain. I don't have the power.
Nothing he won't do. And no one he can't handle.
Hey! If you do anything to embarrass me in front of camp.
What? Like this?
Hi, Captain Stubing.
Because when this pet detective gets the scent,
Where's Dan Marino?
Hi, I'm Dan Marino.
Reno, why?
Because he's about to join Snowflake.
he'll follow it anywhere.
Here's Snowflake.
Jim Carrey is
Do not go in there.
Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Yes, yes, yes.
Hello and welcome to the 41st episode, wow that doesn't sound right, 41st episode of the M-Wire Movie Week in Review. Today we are going to be discussing the Ace Ventura films. I am TFG1 Mike, and joining me as usual is Steve Megatron. Hello.
Hello.
How are you, sir?
Other than a slight cold, pretty damn good.
Yeah, this week's episode, it'll have a little bit more positive vibe than last week's, but still, once we get to the Bat Guano film, all positive is out the window for me. I hate that movie.
I love that movie. There's so many damn good quotes. You can't just judge it by the guano, because I don't care for the guano part.
No. Ugh. Anyway.
We will eat the guano.
This will pretty much be a Steve episode. This will probably be one of... I know that you love Police Academy, and I know that you love these films. So, you know, most of this stuff that we've done here on M-Wire for scheduling has been whatever I have on my DVD shelves. And a lot of it is, you know, stuff that I really enjoy watching and that I want to talk about. But there are, you know, a few things coming up in the next 40, 50 episodes that'll be your stuff as well. And this is one of those. While I loved the first film, Pet Detective, the second film can just die in a fucking fire.
Blasphemy.
So I guess how you want to do this? We should have talked about this before we did the show. You want me to do the first film and you can talk about the second film, or?
Sure.
Okay. Ace Ventura, Pet Detective is a 1994 American comedy film directed by Tom Shadyac and starring Jim Carrey. It co-stars Courtney Cox, Tone Loc, and Sean Young, among others. Miami Dolphins quarterback Dan Marino also portrays himself in a major role. Though this was Carrey's 14th film role, it's considered to be the one that launched his successful film career. It also did very well in the box office, grossing over $410 million worldwide with a budget of $11 million. Because of that, it went on for a sequel titled Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls. Bullshit! An animated series. And an animated series which went on for 3 seasons. When did you first... Now, this wasn't something I saw in theaters. I caught up to it on VHS, but was this something that you saw in theaters?
No, this is something I saw on the movie channels with my dad. Which is right up our alley with comedy.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's one of those things where, yes, I will agree that this launched Carrey's career as far as the superstar film actor that he is now. And I do really enjoy this one. But, you know, it's always funny to me where when I see stuff that I don't normally, like I wouldn't normally know that person being from, like Carrey was in 1985's Once Bitten, about this teenage guy and this older quote-unquote vampire lady who needs to suck a virgin's blood to be, young and not old. It was just like one of those 80s off-color type comedies. It was very good. It was very funny. But I saw that on one of the movie channels one time. I'm like, wait, whoa, what's Jim Carrey doing in this? And he looks a lot younger than Ace Ventura, because it was like right around that time. It was like 95, 96 when I found Once Bitten.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. And of course, everybody knows, most everybody should know that he was Fire Marshal Bill on In Living Color, which I love Fire Marshal Bill.
That was hilarious.
That was the... Go ahead.
I was going to say, I've never actually seen the show I've seen clips, a lot with Jim Carrey in it, just because I was curious what he'd done before. But that makes him the perfect person to be playing, like, Ace Ventura, just because of the wackiness that he did in that show.
I can't even do the voice, but my mom used to be able to do it a little bit about the "let me tell you something" thing that Fire Marshal Bill did. And, honestly, there's always been a war. Saturday Night Live is the main staple of comedy sketch type late night shows. Then you had Mad TV, and you had In Living Color, and all this stuff. In Living Color, it wasn't... maybe I'm remembering it wrong, but for me, it wasn't that big of a deal, all the other sketches in that show, but Fire Marshal Bill was awesome.
Yeah, I remember where he lit himself on fire, and...
Yeah, that was almost every sketch.
Yeah. I've seen one on YouTube, so it was kind of funny.
Yes. I should also mention that this probably will never happen again on MY, or I'll try not for it to happen again, but this is the second week in a row that we were talking about a Courtney Cox movie, because last week when we did Masters of the Universe with Kevin and I, she's in that as well.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yep. So, getting into the... do we want to just summarize it, or do we want to go through the entire plot?
Basically, Ace Ventura starts out as basically a UPS kind of guy at the beginning of the movie, but it's not really a UPS guy. He's actually there to piss this guy off and steal the pet.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was hired to retrieve the puppy, and so this guy's shooting through his back window, busts the window, he catches a bullet in his teeth, further pisses him off, and then you see him get in an argument with his landlord because he thinks that he has a bunch of animals in there, and he shakes his keys, and the animals disappear. They look around, don't see anything. Then all the animals come out from odd-as places. Then he's hired to find the mascot of the Miami Dolphins, Snowflake.
I'm sorry, I have to stop you right there, because who the fuck names a pet Snowflake? Especially a dolphin.
They should call him Wave Rider.
Continue, sorry.
But, that's fine. And then, you get a couple, people that work for the Dolphins that are, hiring. Well, there's a publicist and then a operations guy that are trying to find Snowflake for the Super Bowl, or they get canned. Incoming of Einhorn and the police, which is a constant recurrence where Ace is constantly pissing them off and showing how dumb they really are in their detective skills throughout the entire film.
Yeah.
The only one that Ace actually trusts is, I can't remember his name in the movie, but...
Otto?
He's played by, what's that?
No.
He's played by Tone Loc.
Yeah, Tone Loc. Damn it, what the hell is his damn name? Keep going, I'll look it up.
He played Emilio.
Emilio, that's what it was. Never mind.
And Ace is constantly going to random people to gain information, as well as parties, and discovers that it was somebody from the inside that did it because they hate Dan Marino.
Mm-hmm.
And then he figures out that Einhorn is Finkel, Finkel is Einhorn, and a long scene of brushing teeth occurs.
With plungers.
Yes. And he realizes that Finkel's not really dead. It's, actually Einhorn, which is pretty gross. By the end of the movie, he comes full circle, finds Dan Marino, finds Snowflake, yes, and basically humiliates the shit out of Einhorn, and then gets in a fight with the mascot of the Dolphins because it ruined his original...
No. It wasn't the mascot of the Dolphins, it was the mascot of the Eagles.
Yeah, that's right. I knew it was one of them. Yeah, the mascot for the Dolphins was Snowflake. Never mind. Yeah, he's going to get in a fight with a dolphin. But yeah, he gets in a fight with it because it scares away this bird that he's trying to catch.
That's a $125,000 reward or something like that.
I don't think it was that much. I think it was like 25,000. But still,
yeah, I remember seeing 25 something, so it was either 25,000 or 125,000.
No, it says 25,000. So.
Okay.
But yeah, he gets enraged and beats the hell out of this mascot, and you get to see him on the Jumbotron, and yeah. So that's how the first film ends. But there are a lot of awesome quotes and funny moments in this film, though.
Oh God, I was, as you were talking about it, I was scrolling down through the plot, and the rich guy with the party and the giant fucking shark. That's not Snowflake. All that stuff. That was hilarious.
I like where he came out of the bathroom after getting in a fight with a shark and goes,
Yeah.
"Do not go in there."
Go.
Woo!
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That was one of the like when I remember when I saw previews for this film back then. That was one of the main things of the TV spots and trailers. Was that clip there?
Oh, the "do not go in there."
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved that clip. That was hilarious. Another one that I liked was when he was actually searching in the tank for Snowflake, which had been drained, and he's acting like he's from the Enterprise.
Captain's log.
And then he starts saying a bunch of stuff, and then trying to think. I can't remember the exact phrase. I'll have it for the clip later.
Yeah.
Show, but yeah, there's a lot of funny moments in this film, and another one of those many clips is when he's in the apartment trying to find out how the person fell from the balcony, and somebody actually heard when he proved that it was a soundproof glass.
Oh yeah.
And he stood there and went, "Ah!"
Yeah,
and
the
then he
singing
shut
thing.
the door. Yeah. He would shut the door and open it, and you'd hear him, and then you wouldn't hear him. That was funny as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Constantly being a thorn in Einhorn's side.
Yes. Until the end. Excuse me, I must confer with my colleague. Ace, look. Ladies and gentlemen, I found Captain Winky. Yeah. Oh boy.
Yes, that was so gross.
Yeah. But this one was really, really well done, especially it being the launching point of his film career. We kind of already mentioned the box office stuff, but let's see. It was much more popular, however, with the general public, making back over 6 times its budget at the U.S. box office and embedding itself the Ventura character and his catchphrase in pop culture. Along with The Mask and Dumb and Dumber, this film is widely credited with launching the career of star Jim Carrey, who won the 1994 MTV Movie Award for Best Comedic Performance, The film's popularity spawned a 1995 sequel, When Nature Calls, with Carrey returning in the lead. As far as the TV version, when it aired in syndication, several scenes are either edited or completely removed to make up for this. Several deleted scenes are added, such as Ace posing in the official dolphin trainer to the press. The following were not included in the DVD. A short scene where Ace asks for directions to the Pigskin Sports Bar, followed by a scene at the Pigskin Sports Bar where Ace finds out where Finkel's parents live. Ace calls Emilio from the mental hospital, followed by a scene where Ace drops Melissa off at home. Ace visits his hippie friend again, followed by a scene where he gets up on stage with Cannibal Corpse. A short scene of Melissa being blamed for Marino's disappearance, and Snowflake getting a hold of Einhorn's gun. Are any of these scenes part of the original movie?
I have no idea. I've actually never seen those scenes.
Well, if you've never seen them, then apparently they're not part of the original movie, I guess. I don't know, but it says that they're not included on the DVD. So, I have no idea. If anyone can tell us, email us, Steve at geekcastradio.com, or mine is tfjuandmike@gmail.com. Let us know, because I honestly don't remember.
Yeah, and if you know where we can find clips of them to watch them, we'll put them up on the site with the episode.
Yes. Ray Finkel's, this is some cultural references. Ray Finkel's missed kick is loosely based on Scott Norwood's missed game winner, Super Bowl 25. In reality, the 49ers defeated Miami easily in Super Bowl 12. Yeah, that's right, 38-16. In mythical detective Loki Rangenrook, the titular character suggests sending a client to Ace after hearing that the case involves strange animals. Progressive rock band The Fall of Troy has a song titled Laces Out Dan. D&B alt rock band Ubiquitous Synergy Seeker has a song entitled Laces Out, which they have stated is misspelled. It is inspired by Ace Ventura. They ask the crowd if they have seen the movie and then proceed to ask which way the laces face, to which the crowd replies, out. And there's a Laces Out back and forth to get the crowd pumped before they play this song. Let's see. In the World of Warcraft Dungeon of Upper Blackrock Spire, there is a character named Finkel, Einhorn, to reference to the character in the movie. Oh my god.
Nice.
Oh, Jesus. In The Office episode New Boss, Pam says, I can tell Michael's mood by which comedy routine he chooses to do. The more infantile, the more upset he is, and he's just skipped the Ace Ventura talking butt thing. He never skips it. That was another one of the great lines.
Where he sticks his ass in Locke's face and starts...
It's Tone Loc, but yeah, I have to ask you a few questions. Yeah.
You wouldn't want me to get mad, would you?
Yeah. Let's see, what else? Former UFC champ Rich Franklin is nicknamed Ace because of his uncanny resemblance to Jim Carrey and his character Ace Ventura. Overall, I enjoy this film. It's not something that I could watch. Like, some things are better with time. Like, if you, like, say I watched it back in, like, when it first came, whenever it first got released, a video or DVD or whatever, I'd watch it. I wouldn't be able to come back to it for at least 2 or 3 years.
I can honestly say this is one movie that, I love the Ace films, but I cannot watch this one as many times as I can watch the second film.
Well, it's not even that. It's not really about that I can't watch the film. The film has an overall, I guess, good plot. There's a few twists and turns. And that scene at the parents' house, oh my god, was that freaking creepy. Ugh.
Yeah. The parents just alone looked creepy as hell.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they got their gun out, ready to shoot him. He says, yes, I'd like to come in. And he says, and I'd like a fresh pair of shorts.
Yeah. It's more so for... The reason why I can't watch it, often, is because it's more so for Carrey, honestly. not that he acted badly, but it was just so over. That Ace Ventura, the character, Ace Ventura, is so over the top, and I get that, but it's almost like sensory overload for me watching this film, especially the mental institution scene. Oh my god.
Where he's sitting there and he's in a tutu and his hair's all over the place and he starts banging his head on stuff.
God. Yeah.
And then he knocks his face out right into a bench.
Yeah.
I love that scene.
I mean, it's a good scene. I'm not saying it isn't. And I really don't have, like, any major issues with this movie, but you have to watch it. It's kind of like, you know how all these TV stations like TNT and TBS have these, like, hey, Saturday night new classics on TNT, or hey, you know, we have Thursday night Man at the Movies or whatever on TBS. It's like, you know, if it comes on TV, oh, okay, cool, Ace, I haven't seen that in a while. But do I actively go over to my DVD shelf and pick it out to watch it? Fuck no.
Yeah, I can honestly say I haven't done that in a while. Like I said, if, for instance, When Nature Calls is on my instant queue on Netflix, I'll watch that more often just because it's already in there.
Yeah.
But I haven't physically moved the DVDs that I own in probably a couple years.
Yeah.
Not that it's a bad movie. I would watch this movie over and over if it was on the Netflix, but that's just because I like to watch the same damn thing over and over and over.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just one of those things where, you know, it's nice, at least for me, it's nice every now and then, but it's not something I can constantly watch.
Yeah.
You have anything else you want to bring up about it?
No, I think I'm good there.
Okay. I guess we are going to go on to When Nature Calls, and we'll be back after the trailer.
Hi, I'm looking for Ray Finkel. And a clean pair of shorts.
Dan Marino should die of gonorrhea and rot in hell. Would you like a cookie, son?
Excuse me, gentlemen. Head detective. Come on! What's the matter with you? Can't you hit me? Super Bowl ring, but Ray Finkel missed the big kick. Blames the whole thing on Marino. We're talking paranoid delusional psychosis. I saw the guy's room. It's cozy if you're Hannibal Lecter. No, you just don't do anything for me. Down, boy! I'm ready to go in, Coach. Just give me a chance. I know there's a lot riding on it, but it's all psychological. Just got to stay in a positive frame of mind. I'm going to execute a button hook pattern super slow-mo. Let's see that in an instant replay.
Your brother won't be the first professional football player we've treated.
Is that right?
Yes, we're very sensitive to the emotional stress that athletes have to endure.
I'm open!
We'll have to do some preliminary evaluations, but I think your brother will fit in nicely here.
Over here! 351! 351! Rover, sit! Hut! Hut!
He seems to have some difficulty letting go of the game. Has he had a long history of mental illness?
As long as I've known him.
And this is one of our therapy rooms. And we do arts and crafts out here in the courtyard. And this is the storage room. And down the hallway here, we have another...
He'll be fine there by himself for the next 20 minutes.
Hey, where are you going now?
I'm going to clean the storage.
No, you're supposed to clean the cafeteria.
Look here, I don't say you have to do your job.
Look, it says here on this schedule to clean the cafeteria.
I know what I'm doing. You understand that?
You should have cleaned it earlier. Come on.
Look, enter in my hand. I'm cleaning it here.
No, you take breaks too long, smoke, something.
Man, you a pain in the...
Yo, Ace, see, you think the article that you found was something? Check this out. I got a note from Pedacta to Einhorn thanking her for a wonderful Saturday evening. Something ain't stirring the Kool-Aid, man.
Wiggles, rewind. Finkel and Einhorn, Finkel and Einhorn, Finkel and Einhorn, Finkel, Einhorn, Finkel, Finkel. Einhorn and Finkel. Finkel and Einhorn. Quitter. Einhorn is a man! Oh my God! Einhorn is a man! No! 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 Gun is digging into my head.
And the...
And it was his wife.
Lovely party. Pity I wasn't invited.
Unconscious, exactly as I planned. Heads up! Hi, Dan.
Emilio, is he in trouble?
Don't worry. There's one thing I know. There's nothing Ace can't handle.
Don't kill me. Please. I'll never tell anyone, I swear. He's the one you want. Kill him. No, kill him. No, kill him.
Kill him.
He held the ball, remember? Come on, look at the guy.
Try, baby.
Jock.
Wimp. Musclehead.
Shut up!
trouble with the lady, Ace?
You don't understand. She's a...
Get him, boys! Get him!
Let's just see who's lying, shall we? Would a real woman have to wear one of these? Boy, that's really on there. Would a real woman be missing these? That kind of surgery can be done over the weekend. Big old Mr. Kanish! She is suffering from the worst case of hemorrhoids I have ever seen! Die, animal boy! Quick decision. Really?
Would now like to offer a special thank you to the man who rescued Dan Marino and our beloved Snowflake, a great humanitarian and a lover of all animals, Mr. Ace Ventura. Get off me! Get off me!
In the deepest jungles of Africa, two tribes will fight a savage war unless a sacred animal god is found. So they're sending for the only man who can help. Jim Carrey is Ace Ventura, pet detective. Now,
Perhaps we should slow down. Nonsense, poopy pants!
he will embark on a delicate mission to help a people untouched by civilization.
They did not know about disease until the white man came. I am fighting something.
Blind to fear and immune to pain.
Do it. I dare you.
He'll gain the respect of the tribe. Discover the animal within. And answer when nature calls. Ace Ventura is in Africa.
Nobody wants to play with me.
And Africa will never be the same.
I'm alive. I'm alive.
Say uncle! Say uncle!
Jim Carrey.
Do I have something in my teeth?
Ace Ventura, when nature calls.
Say hello to my stinky little friend!
Alright, we are back, and next up in the Ace saga is When Nature Calls, and nature should never call. I'll give the little information bit, and then Steve will summarize the plot for us. Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls is a 1995 sequel to Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Jim Carrey reprises his role as the title character, Ace Ventura, a detective who specializes in cases involving animals. This is the only sequel to a film starring Carrey in which Carrey reprised his role to date. Ian McNeice, Simon Callow, and Sophie Okino co-star. Tommy Davidson, who co-starred with Carrey on TV's In Living Color, makes a cameo appearance in the film. It was written and directed by Steve Oldenkirk, who also collaborated in the making of the earlier movie. Original director Tom DiCercio left after shooting began. I have no interest in this movie whatsoever, so this is pretty much going to be all you.
I love this film. Yes, this film starts out with Ace trying to save a raccoon in the Himalayas. He goes through an emotional breakdown because the line snaps and the raccoon falls to its death, forever crushing the soul of Ace. Then you see Fulton Greenwald, who is a pretty ignorant character throughout the movie, especially in the ways of Ace. But he's highly intelligent in the Wachati and whatever the other name of the other group is. But he goes up to this temple, which he's looking for Ace to find the great white bat.
Mm-hmm.
And ends up in this room with Ace where he's got his eyes rolled in the back of his head and Indian pose and butterflies floating around his head and all kinds of animals all over. And he waits until Fulton gets close and then he scares the shit out of him, making all the butterflies just like scatter randomly. And basically tries to make it look like he doesn't want to do this anymore, and then they offer him a bribe and he does his really, and then decides to go, and they throw a party because he's leaving. Like, good riddance, and then he says, there's one more thing I must do. And then it skips to the next scene. He's doing the slinky down what looks like thousands of stairs.
Oh, yeah.
And it misses the last step. And he wants to do it again. And they're like, there's no time. He's like, well, let's do everything you want to do. And then anyways, it goes on, and he goes through a crazy car ride, similar to his antics in the previous movie and parking the car. Goes in there, sees that this guy that wants him to find the bat is a hunter, which irritates the shit out of him. Onward, they go to meet the different tribes, and he tries to look for ways of finding this, what he doesn't know is a bat at the time. And in the process ends up irritating various folks from both tribes on purpose, similar to anything Ace would like to do.
Mm-hmm.
Gets in a fight with the opposing tribe, which is very violent. Does something he's not supposed to do to the princess of that tribe.
You make it sound so horrible.
Well, it's a natural act, but for Ace, it's very, very natural for him. So he teaches her the ways of the Ace Venture's pets. But anyways, he gets back on to trying to find out what is going on with the bat, and he's spying on who he thinks has it. Can't remember the guy's name. I think it's Quinn. And Quinn he owns a zoo in the African. And so what happens is Ace is sitting in a giant metal rhino, watching the entire event go on, and then there's tourists going by, and slowly the air conditioner goes out, then the fans, then the electronics, so he's stripping down to barely anything, actually nothing, inside the rhino. In the process, he's trying to get out, because the door, he's trying to get out of the rhino, and cannot get out of the rhino until he finds a hole, starts digging his way out, and a family happens to stand by, watch him squeeze his ass out, and says, look, the mother rhino's giving birth, and then out plops Ace, all sweaty and nasty looking, like he was just giving birth. Yeah.
Gross.
And then he antagonizes Quinn after he gets him all tied up, and starts giving him a wet willy, which makes him tell him everything he wants to know, which is absolutely nothing. Finds the poachers, tricks them into thinking they're looking after something different, and they bring Ace back, and again they run into I believe it's Vincent Cadby, who he discovers is the one that wanted the whole fight to happen, all the bloodshed, and wanted the bat because of some, I believe, money issues. So again, he ends up on the chase, gets all the animals to distract everybody and bust through the house by doing his ace call. Ace ass. Yeah, that's a good one. I think that's why they did the ass joke. He talked with his ace.
Oh God, that's.
But anyways,
that's horrible, dude.
Yes, that's probably why they came up with it.
That
makes sense.
That's worse than my joke about Hot Girl in one of the Secret Origins episodes. I said, I don't know, she did something with her mace, and I said Hot Girl is amazing instead of amazing.
Wow. But he finds out, or Ace finds out that he's, covered the crimes for the guy just because he had a detective look, so that he could run off and get away with it. So Cadby runs away. Oncoming in the next scene, you see Cadby with the bat in the passenger seat, which he's completely freaked out by. They're driving through the forest, and all of a sudden you see a giant monster truck. It's an S10 on huge friggin' wheels coming behind the little Jeep. And he's gaining on him, and then he lifts up the top, throws the cigarette lighter onto the guy, lands on his crotch, amazingly, which means that Ace has good aim. It burns him. He crashes into a tree. The bat gets wedged in the tree. The guy tries to run. Ace runs over the truck, and the guy gets caught by the various villages. And Ace brings the bat, and they all bow before him, and he gives them the bat. Then they figure out that the princess, at the end, has been deflowered, so to speak. And they all go apeshit chasing him off into the close of the film. Leading to wonder, where the hell did Ace go?
Well, where'd he go?
It never does say, because if you check, I know most people hate, and I repeat, hate Ace Ventura Jr. I can understand why. Because you can never make a film off of another film. Now, Ace Ventura, Pet Detective Jr. is not all that bad. I would watch this before I'd watch Son of the Mask or Dumb and Dumber-er. Because to me, those two films are complete and utter garbage. This film isn't so bad, other than the fact they have a fat Ace for kid. Which is supposed to be the son of Ace, because they're saying that, I'm trying to think of what their explanation was for why Ace is not in it. They said something about he went off trying to find some animal in the Bermuda Triangle, and hasn't been heard from since. So they basically wrote him out without really writing him out, which to me is just retarded.
You know, a while ago when we were talking about Pet Detective,
yes,
I said that, well, it's a good film. It's not something I can watch all the time. Pet Detective to me is and should only be the absolute grail of the Ace Ventura character. I completely did not like When Nature Calls. Bat guano aside, it's just, there was too much disgusting stuff. You mentioned the rhino giving birth scene. That's just, ugh. That's not fucking comedy to me. And that's just
it's
not,
like he was eating the guano. He's like, what is that? Some kind of fruit? They're
Yeah.
like bat droppings, and he just drops the plate and starts wiping his tongue. He was eating bat shit.
Yeah, that's not funny.
I like where he did the spitball scene where he's trying to knock the guy off the pole.
Yeah.
He was trying to balance. He's like, with my help. He could be good.
Yeah, I just don't have any... I saw this once, and once was enough for me. I understand, if people like it, fine. Whatever, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Me, personally, this is probably the worst film Jim Carrey has ever done, in my opinion.
Oh, blasphemy.
No.
Yes, blasphemy.
No.
I love this film. How dare you?
Because I can.
Bastard.
Going into the other information here, production notes, it says here, Jim Carrey, based on the box office success of the first Ace Ventura film, received a salary of $5 million for this sequel. Oof.
That's not a lot.
Well,
I mean, it is.
to people like us that don't have it, that's a fucking lot. But I mean, yeah, compared to movie standards, no, that's not a lot at all. Apparently there are some alternate versions out there. When aired in syndication, there is an alternate version of the rhino scene in which Ace stands up after falling out of the rhino and shouts, "Man, was I lost." Oh, God.
That would have been hilarious.
Oh, wow.
I would never have actually watched the scene, but I would have listened.
The UK
one can imagine.
The UK release of the film features a number of cuts totaling 1 minute and 35 seconds for the theatrical release, plus the further 3 seconds when reclassified for home video. Those cut scenes include elements of the raccoon rescue attempt, Ace's comment of "Excuse me, your balls are showing,"
Oh yeah, I've used that one a couple
Bumblebee
times.
tuna to a crouching tribe member. Ace's snorting is shortened when displaying his affection to the chief. Before Greenwall catches Ace masturbating in the tent, this is made more explicit through Ace's shadow on the wall, which is accompanied by some dialogue. They're taking something from... Well, no, actually, Austin Powers took it from them. Let's see. The scene, Ace is prodding his eyeball while lecturing Quinn, has been shortened. After removing the apple core from one Wachitu's throat, Ace then pushes the baby out of another. Ew, gross.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Oh, God. During Ace's duel, the warrior stands on Ace's crotch and rips the spears from his legs. Ew. However, during the projector scene, the UK version features Ace casting bird-like shadows with both hands as opposed to the single hand in the original release. This film was shot with Super 35, so the full-screen version is open matte and reveals more to the top and bottom of the screen, sections that were not actually intended to be seen. It also crops the sides. Wow. And, opposed to, Steve's, repeated cries of blasphemy, the film received mainly negative reviews from critics. It currently holds a 33% rotten rating on RottenTomatoes.com. On the other hand, it was received quite well by the public, getting 60% out of 100. Oh, that's fucking stupid. Oh, Jesus, fucking robots, fucking morons. It grossed $37,804,076 opening weekend. The total U.S. box office gross was $108,360,063. Apparently it won awards, which is fucking amazing. ASCAP Award, American Comedy Award, Kids' Choice Award. How the fuck can this movie be at the Kids' Choice Awards? In a day and age now where it's like, oh my God, I can't, subject my kids to that, and no, I'm not going to have them watch this or watch that. How the hell did this film get a Kids' Choice Award?
I don't know, but that's hilarious. I watched it as a kid.
Oh my God. I
watched this movie. It was fucking
And that's
hilarious.
what's fucking wrong with you.
That's probably why The Beast Unleashed between me and Michael Wilson goes so downhill.
Oh God, don't draw lines between this show and that show. That's horrible. Oh crap. Well, Michael Wilson is just disturbed anyways, so,
Yeah, we knew that.
It won a MTV Movie Award It was nominated for Best Kiss. Okay. And it won, or it was nominated for a Razzie Award. Honestly, this film, like I said before, just can die in a fire. I just don't like this one whatsoever.
I think this movie's funny. I especially like the scene where he's in the house at the very beginning in the mansion, and that guy Ace goes up to the lady and says, "That's a lovely scarf you're wearing," and then he starts mocking her, and she says, "You should try it sometime," and he's like, "All right, I will," and then he punches her husband, and then starts carrying him around on his shoulders, and then just before it hits commercial, after he's done parading him around, he flips him backwards, makes his head move when he shakes him, and says, "Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Because he looked like when he first introed him, he says, "And you must be the Monopoly guy." That was my favorite scene in that whole movie.
Do we want to... I don't even know anything about the animated series or Ace Ventura Jr. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
No, I'll talk about it a little bit. I don't remember that much about the animated series. I remember watching it, and just about every episode it had... every episode it had Ace, and then just about every episode it had Spike, his faithful monkey from the first film, which, amazingly, they left out in this film.
This was one of those, as much as I, pander this movie and just totally not acknowledge that it even exists, this movie was easily the worst handled sequel I've ever seen.
Yeah, part of it was Ace, or not Ace,
Jim Carrey,
co-wrote this with the guy.
Yeah.
That directed it. So that's part of where the issue lies. Part of it was, I think he was trying to kill it so that he wouldn't have to come back for another one.
Well,
they tried to just do what he wanted to do in this one and then just be done with it.
Well, they honestly, outside of what little humor people see in this film, honestly, why didn't he just say no? There's a bunch of actors nowadays that, are, approached for roles or whatever, and they'll say no to it. Whatever, but, it was the 90s, and he was just, launching his career, so whatever. I don't know.
So he didn't really have a choice, but at the same time he did. It just, I don't know. He did, I think, a good job in wrapping up the series for the most part, and then I think the movie studios got kind of greedy.
Yeah.
And decided, because, this is almost 10 years later, they decide, how can we rehash the past? And they've been wanting to make a new Ace, but couldn't get Ace, Jim Carrey to come on. So they're like, how can we do this? Oh yeah, we'll do his kid.
Well, that's the thing. Nowadays, there's no way he would return to Ace. No way.
No, he's too established now to even return to that kind of comedy.
Yeah.
Like, you'll never see him do another Liar Liar. You'll never see him do another, Dumb and Dumber. The closest he's come to Liar Liar was Yes Man. Or Yes Men. Where he's a no man, and then he goes to all yes, everything, and then basically just goes right back to it, He becomes a weird ass throughout that movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't see him ever returning to this kind of film. But yeah, Ace Ventura Jr., it's that show, like I said, it's not that bad. I would rather watch that over watching the Dumb and Dumber and Son of the Mask.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely at some point. I have Liar Liar, so we'll definitely at some point review that, and we'll definitely at some point do the original Dumb and Dumber. But as far as the remakes and the quote-unquote sequels, fuck those.
Well, I can see as long as they were good. You know, good sequels or remakes.
I mean, we can probably mention them when we do eventually those, you know, the Liar Liar and the Dumb and Dumber. We can mention, you know, well, it's really in Dumb and Dumber. It's not really Liar Liar because, I mean, there isn't really a sequel to that. But, like, we can mention Dumb and Dumberer, but I will never watch that film.
Yeah, I watch Dumb and Dumber, but that's not a film I can watch all the time.
Well, no. I mean, it's one of those one-time deals. And my favorite, I died, and I know we're getting off topic here, but I died laughing. And I know I shouldn't laugh at this, but the champagne cork to the owl.
Oh.
Just the way they made the effect.
Oh, in the first film, or the Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah.
It goes, "Bow!" and then it's gone.
Yeah, and then it's gone. But, you know, it's just one of those things where, you know, Carrey's comedy, you have to take it or leave it. And with Ace 1, I can take it. With Ace 2, like I've said before, die in a fire.
That's why I disagree with you. I like the film. It had a lot of comedy bits. Granted, it was dirty, but...
It was extremely dirty. You couldn't clean this up with the
It's
script.
not as bad as some of the stuff now. Now they just blatantly show everything. I mean, it could
Well,
be worse.
yeah.
They could just show the front of Ace when he got up out of the rhino. Here, look at my dick. You know, I mean, they didn't go that far. So I mean,
Yeah.
I can let them go on that.
Yeah, but, you know, still, it's just one of those things where, meh. Do we want to talk about anything else on this one?
No, I think that's it.
Alright, thank you for joining us here on MWire Movie Week in Review. There are several ways to get in contact with us or leave feedback for the show. Visit the website, geekcastradio.com. Comment on each of the posts. We're adding stuff to the website every now and then. We've just added a donate button, so, you know, if you guys would like us to sound a little bit more professional as far as the actual sound of the podcasts or the leveling, you know, donate to us, and all the proceeds will go to getting better equipment, getting new computers and new microphones and sound mixers and whatever else.
Yes, good things.
Yes. You know, and it's not, you know, I understand that, you know, everyone is having hard times. We've been having hard times even before President What's-His-Nuts got into office.
That one guy with that bald head.
That makes fun of Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not a fucking comedian.
Yeah. You know, even if, you know, 10 people donated $1 a day, that's $10 a day that we could be putting to, you know, like I said, new computers, new microphones. I would love to get a new computer. I know it's not going to happen anytime soon. Maybe by Christmas time, if I save up enough money, it'll go that way. But yeah. So you can join our forums, PredaconEmpire.com/Nexus. Leave the show's feedback in iTunes. Please do this. Follow us on Twitter, GCRN Empire. Mine is TFG and Mike. What is your Twitter?
SCP-21.
Become a fan on Facebook. Search Geekcast Radio Network. Call the voicemail line. Tell us the show you're leaving the message for and your name. 502-526-5821. We hope you enjoyed this episode of MWire and wish you'll join us next time when we'll be reviewing The Mask. For now, I am TFG1 Mike with
Steve Megatron Phillips.
Thank you for listening. Until next time.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Ventura, we've been coexisting quite nicely with the native cultures for the past 200 years. They're almost like family at this point.
Are they?
It is imperative that we recover the sacred animal. If not, the peaceable Wachatis will assuredly be obliterated. The Wachutus are bloodthirsty. They consider its disappearance both an insult and a curse.
Do I have something in my teeth?
Ah, can be.
Lovely brunch, I must say.
Quinn, I'd like you to meet Ace Ventura. This is Burton Quinn. He owns and operates Quinlan Safari Park.
Most call me Quinn. Say hello, Tinky.
Pleasure, Tinky. Corvus corax, common raven, smartest of all birds. Where are these parts? Excuse me. That's quite a wrap you're wearing. Perhaps I could get you some fluffy new slippers made from the heads of innocent and defenseless baby seals.
Who is this ghastly man?
Ace Ventura, pet detective. And you must be the Monopoly guy. Hey, thanks for the free parking.
Another activist, McGuire.
Activist. Yes.
Activist, yes.
Mr. Ventura, there's nothing wrong with enjoying the fruits of nature. You should try it sometime.
Alrighty then. You know something? You're right. La da 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 da. La da 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 da. Da. Da da. Hey.
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
It's lovely, but I fancy myself in autumn.
If you've quite finished, Mr. Ventura, we might make for the projection room, Greenwall.
Kooky.
Mr. Ventura, I'd like you to meet Hitu, Chief of Tribal Security in the province.
Please! Don't get up.
The Wachati are a peaceful people. They find all forms of life sacred.
I like them already.
Bumbaway Tuna. Bumbaway Tuna.
Hi there, nice to see you. Bumblebee Tuna? Bumblebee Tuna!
Ace Ventura, pet detective. How are you this afternoon?
Alrighty then. Excuse me. Your balls are showing. Bumblebee Tuna?
They have lived in the same state for thousands of years. They did not know about disease until the white man came.
What type of bat are we talking about here? The great white bat, of course.
Crepuscular Chiroptera. Yes, but to the natives, Shikaka.
Shakaka. Shakaka.
Shikasha. Ah. Shish kebab. Shawshank Redemption.
Chicago!
You're out of there! Go on. You're gone. Go on.
I've never seen them act like that before. Denial can be an ugly thing.
Well, we should go, Mr. Ventura. I've arranged to play.
I'll meet you at the bottom. There's still one more thing I must do before I go.
That's incredible! It's gonna be some kind of a record! Everyone loves a slinky. You gotta get a slinky, slinky, slinky. Go, slinky, go!
Can you believe it? It was right there! Can I do it one more time?
Please forgive me, sir, but if we don't hurry now, we might miss the plane.
Of course. How selfish of me. Let's do all the things that you want to do.
To bring you first to the consulate, which should be beyond those trees, on the other side of the jungle, so we'll have to circle around!
Steering's a little loose! Alignment's off, too! Mr. Ventura! Oh, you, pretty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, we love you. And our pretty chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang loves us too. Hi, everywhere we go on chitty chitty we depend. Bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, our passport and our friend. Bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, our fine four standard. Chitty bang bang, chitty chitty bang bang, chitty bang bang, yeah!
Oh, there's the consulate!
Oh, thank God!
If I could just find a parking spot.
Perhaps we should slow down just a teensy-weensy bit?
Nonsense, poopy pants!
We're going a bit far! Really? Look out!
I thought you'd never ask. The day I met you, there was a white substance on your shoe that I mistook for plaster. Yesterday, I saw the same white substance outside the hut where the bat was kept, and suddenly it hit me. The great white bat has great white guano. That's what you slipped in. That's what was on your shoe, and that explains the abrasion on your palm. Let me run that back for you. That's what you slipped in. That's what was on your shoe, and that explains the abrasion on your palm. Damn, I'm good! Can you feel that? Huh? Can you feel it, Captain Compost? The day of redemption is at hand! Repent, and thou shalt be saved. Alrighty then. Shall we go to jail? He wants to go off-road!
Nobody wants to play with me.
Happy! From the consulate, right?
This is weird.